If I'm being completely and utterly honest with you, I could have just stood here and told you about the many, many different times that my local surroundings had let me down. I could tell you about the time where my teacher said this to me. I could tell you about that time where that kind of jerky classmate of mine told me this thing and it traumatized me for like a couple of years. Now, of course, it wasn't like a huge traumatic moment, like I started crying every single day for it. But yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. I could just sit here and tell you sob stories like a little bitch, like a little self improvement. I don't know, Sigma alpha male wolf that doesn't have any friends and who just lifts all day. No, no, no. I'm not that kind of a person. What I'm going to tell you in this video is a powerful saying that you should adopt to your day to day life and that you should never think about revenge for the rest of your life. You see, revenge, yeah, it is a pretty awful thing and it actually has a very, very easy and a very intellectual way to actually deal with it. When you stop seeking revenge, it stops seeing you. It's it just doesn't come your way anymore. And we can look at it even through a metaphysical side of things, like, for example, the law of mentalism and the law of cause and effect, and also the law of exchange. We can look through it through all of these metaphysical laws, but yeah, the video would be like 20 minutes extra long, which I don't want. But basically, yeah, my local surroundings, growing up in a post communistic country, yeah, the conditions weren't the best. Now, I mean, my family specifically never had it, we never lived in the worst circumstances. But yeah, I still had to attend, the formal education system and stuff like that. So yeah, I came across various amounts of people. And yeah, I did get my piece of social intelligence. And yeah, let me tell you, like, I got traumatized a lot over there, and I got a lot of awesome life lessons that I still abide by to this day. And yeah, I never acted upon the revenge. I never, told them to fuck off, for example. I never told any of those kinds of people to to go to hell or whatever. No, no, no. I always just retained my cool and I just went ahead. And as the years went by, and especially as I got older, I decided to use this as a fuel, not to destroy them, but to get stronger, so those circumstances don't even come my way anymore, so that I get so strong that I don't even need to live in my present conditions anymore, so I can live somewhere in Italy, for example. And yeah, so I started my self mastery journey around June of 2023. And let me tell you, ever since then, my life has changed forever. I started reading self improvement books, I started watching self improvement videos, I started doing all of these things, I started implementing so many good habits into my life. And yeah, then after a long time, as I started studying manifestation and stuff like that, I truly realized that all of this time I was on the right path because an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. And so here's where many people get it wrong. God will always give you power, but he will never give you power to hurt someone else. Yeah, sure, you can give it to yourself through, I don't know, training every single day. But here's the thing, whatever you output into the universe, you will also receive. Meaning that if you kill someone, that hatred and that negative energy, that wrath, that sin that you just committed, will come to you in some kind of way and form. Right? These are the metaphysical things that we don't really have time to talk about right now, but yeah, I know that you felt this before. And not just with anger, but with fear also. When you spread fear around that, for example, you're gonna have an exam, then suddenly your entire class just starts to fear, and then you attract it, and then it's right here. Or, for example, when you do something nice, like, for example, you help someone out, then the other person helps, becomes more inclined to help someone else, right? And so let me tell you, the way that you actually seek revenge is to not become like the person who has hurt you at all. Meaning that you use it as a fuel to become better. And guess what? In this universe, there's a very cheeky law that states you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Meaning that when you become that person, when you shift to that identity, that you don't get bothered by external circumstances anymore and to the circumstances that you had in the past, and instead you work on yourself each and every single day. The universe will recognize it, that you are finally worth it, and will stop attracting those kinds of people who hurt you and who traumatize you into your life, and instead will bring you people that reflect your inner values. That's just how it works. Those opportunities will just naturally come your way. The God within, the infinite intelligence, will give you that inner intuition to guide you to those kinds of places. So yeah, that's basically the metaphysical side of that saying. And I know that you're tempted right now. I know that, yeah, you want to get back on that one guy who hurt you or possibly even take you, he possibly even took your girlfriend, for example. I don't know. You want to get back on that teacher who destroyed your entire school career when you were like 3 years old. But just remember that there was probably a time once in your life where you wished for strength, where you wished to be patient, to be resilient, to be productive, to be stoic, to be disciplined, to have a strong productivity, where you wished for all of these skills that every single man should have. And guess what? God is now putting you through these tests. The universe is, so that it can finally see whether you're worth it or not. You asked to be strong, right? So now you're going through pretty harsh conditions, right? You wanted to be rich. Okay, so now you need to spend a couple of years working on online businesses with no sight of money for like 2 years straight without seeing any results. Can you make it? Of course you can. But can you do it? That's where that's where it lies. And that's the challenge that you need to overcome. And also, God also sees that you want the finest fruits in life, that you want the nice girlfriend by your side, you want those morally correct people by your side. So can you forgive the people that have hurt you in the past so that there's no room in your heart for the people that have hurt you so that you can completely forget about them, those who traumatize you, and forgive them, and so that you can let the people who will actually serve you, not in a sexual way, but you know what I'm saying. Those people who will actually love you, who will care about you, who will give you that friendship or that, romantic relationship that you're seeking. Can you do it? This is all just a huge challenge, whether you're willing to forgive or not. And when you forgive, wonderful things will start happening to you, my timeless reader. Not just from a metaphysical point of view, because, yeah, in the fourth dimension, we are all one, but that's topic for a whole nother video, the concept of non-duality, because there's only one consciousness in the whole universe just vibrating on different vibrations. So yeah, you are one with everyone, even with that random guy that you just passed today on the street. Yeah, he's technically you. But yeah, like I said, that's a topic for a whole nother video. So like when you hate someone, the universe recognizes that you hate yourself. So, and then you wonder why you attract so many of those negative circumstances into your life that don't benefit you at all. It's all because of you. You are the universe. And so when you forgive, you are forgiven also. And I'm 100% sure that you heard this quote before. When you forgive, you are forgiven also. And so you're liberated. And you can finally use that extra room that you've stored in your heart to finally grow as a person. Now, of course, don't forgive those people to the level that you start to, talk to them each and every single day because, yeah, they still hurt you. And I'm not saying forgive them in like a way that you become like best friends with them. No, no, no. Just let go of any negative or misdirected energy whether that would be attention or emotions that you have for them, and just view them from a neutral point of view. That's it. No more hatred, just a neutral point of view. That's it. Just move on with your life. It's not worth it anymore. You can't really change it, but you can forgive them and move on, and that will bring you infinite amounts of growth in the future, and you will be finally liberated. And you can finally use this growth to grow as a person, to grow in the wealth desire, in the health desire, and also mainly in the relationships desire. You can level up yourself so much that those things, that those people just don't come into your life anymore. So you need to dominate them, but never become like them. You need to forgive them, and you need to grow stronger as a person. You must, yeah. But of course, in the shadows, you do your 5 a.m. morning routine, you exercise, you meditate, you do all of these great habits when they are not looking, because of course, you want to be strong as a timeless reader on self mastery. Of course, you don't want to be weak. And so, yeah, that's how it goes. That's the game. Because when you seek revenge, revenge will seek out you. And yeah, that wrath will continue coming back to your life because, like the annoying law of the universe states, you can only have what you already have. Meaning that you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So when you are revenge, then the universe will continue bringing you revenge over and over and over again, and you will be stuck in this cycle that you cannot escape from, the cycle of misdirected energy. And let me tell you, I know this cycle quite well. So yeah, that's the game. And don't just take this from me. I am a person who has helped countless amounts of people in the past achieve their desired reality, get into the right state of mind, get a stronger discipline, willpower, productivity, and all of these good things. And guess what? They haven't even seen my timeless reader's mindset yet, which is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if applied to your day-to-day life, will guarantee you success in any kind of life situation, with any kind of goal, with anything. And guess what? There's a discount happening over there right now. These timeless and priceless lessons that I could genuinely charge for thousands of dollars are just worth $49. So go grab it right now. That discount won't be there forever. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. And remember, no one is better at being you